Tíochait, ceacht a seachtó an tushil garamach, the vocative case. Chances are you've been using this for years already, but here it is finally in the book. There are some interesting things that they show you here. It's not just for names, it also applies to adjectives associated with those names, or attached to those names, I should say. So you know that the particle a precedes the vocative. In other words, when you're addressing somebody. So if I'm talking to you and your name is Sean, I say a Sean. I'm talking about Sean. Tá mé caint faoi Sean. A Sean. Slenderized ending on a masculine name, I would be a Hamish. Slenderized ending. Lenition at the beginning. When it's a female name, a warrior, most of them end in slender vowels anyway, but a Siobhan, a Hiavon, a Hiawan, you don't slenderize the ending on a feminine name. Okay? There are a couple of masculine names that are not first declension. A Liam does not change. Angus, I believe, is also one that doesn't change. Those are third declension, so they don't behave the same. But every other masculine name. The adjective, this is a little interesting. The adjective after a masculine noun or name will also slenderize the ending. So, a rinne usel, slenderized ending. But not after a feminine noun. A van usel, a van usel. Plural, a rini, right? A rini usla. You use the plural adjective. Okay, the lenition does not happen after the plural if there isn't a lenition on the adjective. So in the case of there's one with they don't give you good examples here, but they don't give you one that has a consonant. Oh, a cherja, no, that's just plural. Oh, a hjorgil. There's a lenition in the vocative on the adjective. Dear sister, a hjorgil. Of course, that being feminine, well, you couldn't slenderize that one anyway. But after a plural, they don't give you an example of it, but after a plural, there is no lenition on the adjective, or just in this statement later, a wuchel wa, a wucheli maha. But you do use the plural adjective. So that's pretty much all there is to it. There's no exercises. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. There's you translate in this, and all the answers are on the answer key, and you can hear them on the audio files. There is one little thing also. Terms of endearment, like a store, you don't slenderize the ending of that either. And you'll notice, and this is something I've probably mentioned before, or if you haven't learned it before, if you have a combination of consonants after a, or any place else that could have lenition, sometimes you can lenit the first one and sometimes you can't. And there's a little rule that I made up, which is my favorite rule because I call it the if you can, you can't, and if you can't, you can rule. If you can lenit the second of those two consonants, that means you can't lenit the first one in that combination. So st, you could, in theory, lenit a t, so you do not lenit the st. If you can't, like an r, let's say I'm talking to a nose, a chron, the r you can't lenit, so you can lenit the s, a chron. All right. So in a combination of consonants, that's how you can tell whether you can lenit it or not. So there's a couple little tidbits about the vocative case and about how you use lenition with multiple consonants. Okay, so that is the third to last lesson in the book. Study up.